Hey Bricks fans, and hello to Thomas and his team. In this video, I would like to address some of the issues that we are facing while using the Bricks. I'm using the Bricks 1.5 beta. So yeah, this is the latest one I think. So here I compiled a complete list of improvements, bugs that we are facing, and also some major improvements as well. So I'll try to add some timestamps as well in the video. So yeah, this video is not only meant for development team, and also I want the Bricks people, Bricks users to share their opinions as well. And also you can add your own improvements, and if you found any bugs, you can just add them in the comments as well. So yeah, let's get started. The first one in our list is indicators. What I mean by indicators is, let's say whenever we make some change to the default state of any element, it will show us this one, this little yellow color dot is, this is called indicator. So here the very first thing, hover style indicator. What I mean by that is, if you look at this Bricks 1.5 beta, it looks like there is nothing applied, the hover effect. We don't know, right? So until unless we hover over to the element, so it's better if there is a some particular style applied in hover state. It's better if we can show it here as a dot. That means whenever we select this element, we know there is a style applied in the hover state as well. That way we have some recognition. And also default hover button click selection. That means every time if you want to make some change to this element in the hover state, we have to click here, we have to select the hover state. Instead of that, we can just by just clicking the hover button, why don't we just put it as a one default one. Like, let's say for example, if we select this one, uh, I feel like hover should be the default one. If he wants to make some changes, yeah, they can click on active or focus. That could be the next one. But majority of the people use hover state for the first hover state only. So let's go to the third one. There is a style, active, add an indicator, and style tab. Okay. So what I mean by that is, let's say if something has applied to this some style is applied to this text element. Let's apply it. See, until unless we come here, we don't see any style is applied or not when you are on the content tab. That's why, let's say for example, we already had some styles applied, right? So if you are on the content tab, you don't know until you go to the styles tab that you have some styles applied. And also if you add this same close button here as well, somewhere at the top of this, it will be easy for us to clear all the styles from here as well. And in the next section, if an element has any special setting, then add a breakpoint indicator. Okay. Yeah, this is actually very important one actually, because let's say if some element has a special setting applied on mobile, we don't see that setting until we go to that breakpoint. So it's probably impossible for us to let's say for example, here I am applying 16, but when I'm on the desktop, it is 26, but I don't see any indicator here that there is a breakpoint style applied to this element. So it's better if whenever someone selects this element, if there is a hover state style applied, then it's better to add an indicator here and also add an indicator here as well. The next one is not specifically about indicators, but I believe if we had let's say for example, if you go to styles, and now here some people wants to use rem on their entire site. So it's better, I believe it's better to have one somewhere in the global settings, what is your default value to use for this one. Let's say someone wants to use rems, someone wants to use ems, someone wants to use pixels. So every time going, let's say for pixel users, yeah, it's okay, but for those who are using rem units, they have to always change their settings to the rem before before adding any number there. So yeah, I believe it's a good idea to add a global unit selection. So those are my observations in the indicator selections. So let's go to the second one, canvas improvements. In the canvas improvements, the very first thing is canvas means the builder, actually what I'm doing. The first one is show element default values in transparent. Okay, what I mean by that is, let's say for example, if I select this section, I applied some default value to the sections here. If you look at this one, I want 40 pixels top padding, 40 pixels bottom padding, and right and left. But when I come to the actual settings of this one, I don't see any default values that are applied in the padding section. So it's better if we have, you know, this kind of shadow transparent number, whatever that number that is applied to that section in this padding section. So that will be, hope you will hope you understand that one, what I mean by that. I just want to see how much padding is applied by default. Even if we remove the height, now we can see there is still some padding, but that is coming from the main theme section, theme settings. But I believe it's you know, better, good idea to add them here in this kind of manner. So let's go to the second one, remove drop down arrows. Okay, oh yeah, these things. Let's say for example, if I want to add some number here, I can, you know, just slide up and down, but you know, I don't think there is a necessary to use these arrows here, because in any way, even if I, you know, click and hold this one, it is not, you know, going up or down any units. So yeah, it's I don't think it's necessary here. That's entirely choice, not a big issue. So next one from our list is, when an element is added, take us to the content tab. Okay, the what I mean by that is, let me just increase some size here. Okay, what I mean by that, whenever some when I add a let's say add some icon here, see when I click on it, it is directly taking me to the style. So every time when we add an element, we first need to add the content every time, but it is taking us to the style step. But yeah, I think it's better to you know, by default put us in the content tab instead of styling tab, because once we add some enough content here, then we start styling that content according to our requirement. Let's say if it has, like, you know, around many words, let me copy this one. Oops, let me copy this and start pasting here. See, now based on this content, I'll start to, you know, style the elements, like, you know, what is the maximum width that I would like to allow, like in pixels I would like to have only 600 pixels. But I cannot know if I directly land in this tab, and I don't know how much width I should put before putting the content in the content tab. So yeah, it's a good idea to, you know, land user directly into the content tab by default instead of landing into the styling tab. So next one from our list is, keep all flex settings in one place and remove any unnecessary flex boxes added. Okay, let me remove this one. Oops, I thought it's oxygen. Okay, what I mean by that, let's say we have flex options for everything, right? But here you can see we have some flex options that we can align the content. But when I select an element, it also has some flex options. They are at the bottom. Let me show you that here. If I apply that to here, it is going there. But when I come here and apply this one, it's not working. Sometimes it's, you know, very frustrating to see why it is not getting aligned with in the div. I would prefer to have that same flex option in the content tab, because that way we can immediately see that there is a flex settings applied here. That's why it's not going up and down like that. And also keep the flex options in the content tab only, just like this for these elements as well, for every other element. Next one from our list is selecting elements in very difficult. Add some borders to the parent elements as well. Yeah, when we are working, actually when the design is very complicated, when we select some element but we don't see any parent element, what is it inside. Whereas in oxygen, if you refer to the oxygen, we will clearly know in which section it is in which div it is in, which column it is in. So that way we have better understanding of the structure as well. So I think it's better to oxygen does a better job at that there. So I think bricks should be doing the same as well, because if I select this one, I want to see what is the parent and also the parent container and parent section as well. So I think that's a good idea. Next one from our list is add some gap at the top of the page when viewing the responsive mode. Yeah, see what happens. The next one is I would like to add some gap in the responsive section as well, because at the top actually, because whenever I switch to the mobile view, there is some content that is going underneath the builder. I don't know why, but yeah, I feel like it's better to give some space like this at the top as well. Just bring it down so that we have a better view of what is happening in the mobile devices. So next one from our list is click any element to the canvas even after adding the first element. Okay, what I mean by that is, let's say if I just remove this entire thing here, let me delete this. Yeah, you have these things, right? Once I add a section, that thing will disappear completely, whereas in Elementor you can see it will be just pushed down. That way you can add another section or another template or anything you want. So it's it has a good purpose, but it should, I believe it should be here even after adding another sections or another columns or any other element on the page. So it's a good idea to have it here as well. So next one is my template size should decrease, otherwise then okay. What I mean by that is when I just open templates, you can see I have added few templates here, but they look that each template is taking so much space here. The problem comes when you start having like 20, 30, 40 templates. It's going to be very difficult for you to scroll to each template every time. So that's why I don't think it is that necessary to have this much of space for a template. They can just put it as in a table list, or in some other way we can put it in a smaller version. Yeah, that's it about it. And let me go to next one, some gaps at the top. This one done. Add span element. Yeah, adding a span element is actually a very important thing, and also Oxygen, yeah, really done a good job at that point in that element as well. Let's say for example, if I want to add dynamic data to this particular word, how can I do that? I don't think there is a way in Bricks that we can add a dynamic data to this particular element and style it in completely a different way. Whereas in Oxygen, when you select it, it completely wraps it into a new span that you can apply all these settings to that particular single word, and you can also import the dynamic data as well. So it is essential I believe, to have that one, because at this point we cannot do such things in Bricks. So it is important functionality. We should add that one. The next one is ability to edit the hamburger menu icon. Okay. Let me go to the header section here. Edit header. Yeah, when I select the menu icon in the mobile menu, I don't see a way I can change the hamburger menu. Let me switch to the mobile view. Hamburger, yeah, here is hamburger toggle, but I don't see a way that we can change the icon. And also whenever for the default icon as well, there is some padding added at the bottom. Yeah, I did post it on Facebook last time, and they told us to, Bricks users, some of them told me to, stretch that one, that way it resolved. Yes, it resolved, but we should have a more flexible options in that case. So, to select our own icon, style it in our own way. So that's important. I believe team is already working on building new menu element, I think. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see how it goes. Back to our list. Close that one. Yeah, those are the things that I am observed in the canvas improvement. And when it comes to a structure panel, yeah, there are a lot of improvements, I can tell you. The very first thing, increase the color differences between select. Yeah, when I come here, when there is a lot of elements on the page, let me go back to the main website, edit with bricks. Yeah, the thing is, let me go here and select this one. See, it's very difficult for me to find what is selected right away. If you look at the structure panel, yeah, I can see it is selected, but it's very you have to focus. You have to put your so much focus in here to find out which is selected. For that reason, I request to make the selected element more colorful or more lighter, just to differentiate from the existing ones. Let's go to the other one. Yeah, auto scroll. Yeah, this is very important actually. See, if I just go up and close it out, and now if I just scroll down here and if I select Google Ads, nothing happens in the panel actually. So every time when I select when I select any, if I want to make any changes to this from the structure panel, let's say I want to move it to some place, but it's not possible from here. That means I have to every time go to which section it is, like this. It is in the services. Okay, let me just go there and then go there, and I have to find which row it is, and then I have to find which icons it is, and only then I can start moving it. Until it's very difficult to navigate the such way. Let's say for example, if I just click on this email marketing, it should expand here and it should show me where that item is. Similar way, if I just stay here and in the services, if I just select an image, it is scrolling there. And also, is it selecting? No, it's not selecting. It is selecting, sorry. Yeah, similarly, if whenever we select something, some element on the page, it should scroll down in the structure panel as well. So that is very helpful actually. Sometimes I get frustrated when I don't find the element that I'm looking even after clicking it. So yeah, let's go to other one. Yeah, in the Bricks 1.5 they have added this right click options here, but I believe it's better to have a little small important icons here as well. Let's say you can add a hamburger icon here, that when we click on it, you can just open the same settings here. That's a very minor thing, that's not necessarily an important one. Let's go back. Adding a new container to the structure panel will be difficult when understood. Okay. See, the problem is if I want to add a new section in the the builder now at the bottom. Let's say I want to add a section at the bottom after this contact us form. It's very difficult for me unless before that it's very even more difficult. Now we have a section element that we can add, that will be adding at the bottom. But when you want to add some new container, let's say if I select this one and but I want to add a new container outside this section, it's not possible directly. You have to add it first and then you have to bring it out like this. Go up, you have to do some exercise here like this. So instead of that, I prefer to select the let me close this out. I prefer to have an option to, let's say, whenever you click on outside the area, like in this blank area, it should select the the body of the content, the body of the entire page. That means whenever you select it, you can just click on it and just click on it, add a container or add a section, whatever you want. See, now we don't have that option, right? So that is helpful. Let me go back to the panel. Yeah, that's about the structure panel improvements. There are a few bug fixes I want to address as well. Before that, let me just go back and I don't want to save. Let me go back to the sample page that I have added. This one, bricks, edit with bricks. Insert layout is not working. Okay, let me just delete this one. Delete it. Yeah, when I click on this one, when I click on these things, they are not working. I don't know. Maybe it's a bug, or should I add a section first? Only then I can able to add these things. I don't know if it is a rule or is it a bug. Yeah, if in that case, just remove this one. If that is a rule, that you must have a section first. Okay, that's fine. Now I can't add anything here. That's a small bug. An error when expanding elements panel, add a code block. Okay, let me just search for a code block here. Okay, here, yeah, when I search here, when I click on this code block, it is automatically expanding the this elements panel, and yeah, it is automatically closing when I came outside that structure panel. But what happens is sometimes the elements panel, that whatever the thing here is, even if you go back to other sections like this, it is taking up the space till here. The structure panel is not closing. Now it is working, but I don't know what happened that time. It happened me a couple of times with the same rich text element as well, with the same. If I am the settings here, if I make any changes here, and then when I come back here, it is going to take up the space till here. So now for some reason it is working now. Yeah, when I writing this one, it's not working. Okay. Small unnecessary gap at the top of the mobile menu hamburger icon. Yeah, it's a bug, I think. I am able to figure out how to work with this. I mean, there is a small gap coming when the mobile menu hamburger icon, that makes us alignment very difficult, these things. So yeah, I don't think there is an issue now when you stretch that element. Click on element and then structure. Yeah, this is the one I'm already addressing here. I can just delete it. This is the thing, it's not working. I already shown this. Yeah, entry animation. Yeah, what happens is sometimes when we add the content to the page and add some entry animation, when you view that page, it is first loading the content, then animating it. It's like a double time you are loading the page. It's showing like you are loading the page 2 times. So yeah, I don't know if it is a bug or there is some setting I am missing. Yeah, please help me there. And also when I try to submit a bug report to the Bricks team, I am unable to find a proper page for that. Actually later I found that it is in the community, but it's better to add some link to the Facebook group, and also on the website somewhere, in the account page as well, to submit a bug report, and even in the get started page on the plugin page. Like, let's go back to here, and even in here bricks you can add some bug report here. Yeah, when I searched for it, it took me some time to find the bug report. Smooth scrolling. Okay. See, I just built this website a few days ago. These are all hash links. When I click on it, it is directly jumping to the section instead of smooth scrolling. I don't know how to add the smooth scrolling effect to this. If there is any, I tried to find the setting for that, but I didn't find it anywhere. So it's better to have that smooth scrolling effect to the hash links. Let's go back. Icons list font size is not working. Okay, let's go to our page, to here, sample page edit with bricks. Let me just delete everything here. Let me add a new fresh section. This is a container. I'm going to add a list of icons list here. I selected this one. See, usually when we change the font size here in the typography section, it should increase the font size and also the icon size, I think. But I don't see a way that we can make change to the icon size. I don't see any. It's icon selection, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. This is the spacing. This is the inner spacing, I think. But I don't see a way that I can make change to these icons and the text, because if I just align it, nothing happens. The text, some settings are applying, some styles are applying, but that's not what I'm looking actually. If I select, see, so there is some issue with the icons list. Please have a look at this. Let's go here. These are some minor improvements I have listed here. The one of the thing is move the history button near to the number. Yeah, let me just delete this here. Yeah. See, there is a history button here, and the undo and redo button is here. Usually they should be working together, like it should be somewhere around here, and undo and redo should be here. That way we have a better view. I know it's understandable that why it is added here, because it is showing in here. I think it's better if we can bring this history button to the here, and whatever the history showing here, that can be added in this structure panel place. That's a very minor improvement. That's not that important, but yeah. And the next one is increase the size of the panel hide button. So what I mean by that is there is a hide button here. Sometimes it's very difficult for us to spot that and click on this one. It is at this moment it became very difficult to use. But if you can make it as a little bit bigger, and if you can make it as a like, no need to be hiding this one, you can just keep it open like Elementor does. It's not gonna get in our way. It's very easy for us to just quickly look at our website in the full width. Increase the plus button. Yeah, we have this plus button, right? It has some special thing, right? Everything will be working from here. So I think it's better to have space for at least 2 buttons size. That way we can easily click on it and search for our element. And also when you move this history button here, you will get some space as well here. So I think it deserves at least 2 icon spaces. add a element delete shortcut. Element delete shortcut. Okay. Yeah, for now we have very good shortcuts here for doing so many things, copy paste, undo redo, but we don't have shortcut for delete. So it's better if you can just add the delete button, like control control delete or shift delete, or just direct delete, that we can directly delete the element instead of clicking and deleting like this. These are all very small improvements, but they makes the difference when we are building the website. And more templates. Yeah, at this moment we have very limited templates, only like 1 2 3 4 5 template libraries, but I believe it's better if we can have like at least one per industry. Like for hospitals, one template library, for real estate one we already have for real estate, for construction. So like that, it's better to have at least one template library per industry, so that uh, it's easy for us to use them. Elements, search elements, sticky and scroll. Okay, it's very minor actually. You can just have this, whatever the search here, we can just make it sticky till here very lightly, so that even if you're at the bottom and you don't find it, then you will start searching for it instead of going to the top every time. Very small minor change. I don't know how big effort we need to put to make this happen. It's better if we can allow we as the community to submit the template designs as well, because so many people are building their website, and some of them you wants to contribute to the community as well. So it's better if we can have some way that we can submit our design to the community, and from the dev team they can approve it, so that will be directly, that can be directly pushed into the community section here. Maybe here like we can put some tab, I don't know. Let's go back. There are some major improvements. There are this list is already in the roadmap section, so I don't, but I just want to point out what are the major things that are currently missing in the bricks. One is the menu builder, CSS grid, element conditions. It's extremely important to build some membership sites, right? Lightbox, I don't see any. I don't think we have lightbox. And also we need an option to edit the created classes. If you select this one, I have some classes added here, but just like in Oxygen, I want to see a place where I can select this class and make some changes to that explicitly. So yeah, this is also a important feature, I believe. Yeah, that's it. I think I'll try to add these whatever the discussion that we have as a timestamps in the video as well, and also yeah, you guys can submit if you have any improvements, if you have any bugs that you found in the Bricks 1.5 beta. That is very appreciated. Yeah, that's it from my end, and thank you so much for your time. Bye bye.